Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Love and Marriage Detroit, and we're here to drag the ratings. We are here to drag the ratings, you guys. You already know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. I meant to talk about this earlier, y'all, but as y'all know, this week has just been one for the books. Let's first talk about the article. So there's an article on Urban Bell, y'all, that's like, Love and Marriage Detroit ratings hit series low. And it's like, Love and Marriage Detroit ratings are the lowest ever. No. Not Carlos King's hometown. Not the D. Not Detroit, what up, though? Not, you can't be serious, right? You can't be serious, right? Love and Marriage Huntsville has been a hit show for OWN. The show breaking ratings records and controversies involving the original cast members were likely what made Carlos King believe the show could become a successful franchise for the network. After Love and Marriage Huntsville left its mark, Love and Marriage DC and Love and Marriage Detroit were added. Love and Marriage DC started strong thanks to Monique Samuels and Chris Samuels leading the cast. However, they did not return for the second season. They divorced shortly after. This divorce probably wasn't a shock to Real Housewives of Potomac and Love and Marriage DC fans, considering the former couple was open about their marital issues on both platforms. Monique has called out Carlos in multiple interviews since. She has alleged that she was done worse on Love and Marriage DC than she was on Real Housewives of Potomac. After Monique and Chris departed the show, Love and Marriage DC continued on. However, fans noticed that the show would undergo multiple breaks, which made it hard for them to keep up with new episodes. Love and Marriage Detroit is back for the continuation of its second season. Make it make sense, Carlos King. Make it make sense. The mid-season premiere aired last week. However, ratings are drastic. According to TV Deets, the latest episode amassed 79,000 viewers. I know you lying. 79,000 viewers? No. Oh, no. Absolutely not. Not a Carlos King production. Not the king of reality TV. No. You've got a different show. The demo is even more bleak at 0.01. No. 0.01. I thought the 0.13 and 0.12 was bad for Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine, but no. What? 0.01? That's nobody. That is nobody tuning in. What? Making the episode a series low. No. Y'all, this is bad. This is real bad. Michael Jackson bad. This is bad. And not in a good way. Not in a good way, you guys. I don't think I could. I think way back in season 1, I could barely get through like an episode. I just couldn't get into the show. I was one and done. And since then, I would just drag the ratings because I was just like, these ratings are not going to rate. And nonetheless, we're going to talk about it. So the show premiered in, June 24th, 2023. And this was the season high, 215,000 views. But the following episodes 2 and 3, didn't even make the top 150 cable shows. And then it was on a decline ever since. Their reunion episodes was only getting 137,000 and 170,000 and so forth. And so then season 2, which allegedly came out September of last year, right? Came in at 187,000 views, right? And had dropped ever since. Dropped to the point, y'all, that in October 12th, the series low then was 86,000 views. So I believe it has since dropped 8%, even more, with this latest ratings. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible, you guys. This is horrible, and this is embarrassment. 79,000 views. And it's interesting because if you look at the active shows that, at least like as far as recent ratings go for the Oprah Winfrey Network shows, y'all, this is where it gets even more embarrassing. This is where it gets embarrassing, right? Because I'm going to tell y'all the shows that are currently on that are getting more viewership than Love and Marriage Detroit. Somebody's Son is currently the number one show on OWN with 86,000 views. I believe Ready to Love is over. Let me know whether or not they are in the comments. 207,000 views, you guys, of the last recorded episode. Also, The Never Met, I believe that show's back. 109,000 views. Other shows that have been on the network, that have been reported, even Bell Collective has more views, 184,000. All Rise had 266,000 views. All the Single Ladies, 184,000. That Black Love Show, 205,000. Cherish the Day, 248,000. Essence Black Women in Hollywood had 92,000. Family or Fiance, 107,000. First Time Buyers Club, 142,000. Great Soul Food Kickoff, 200,000 views. The Hair Tales, 164,000 views. Holiday Movie, 203,000 views. Juneteenth Celebration, 133,000 views. Love and Marriage DC, that show that has been off the air another year. Make it make sense. Is their last episode, which was recorded in April 27th of 2024, y'all, was 230,000 views. Love and Marriage Huntsville, that just ended with the last reunion episode back in February, a couple months ago, had 311,000 views. Marry Me Now had 310,000 views. Nightcap with Carlos King, that show that got canceled a couple of years ago, 196,000 views. Oprah and Nicole and Avant, 141,000 views. Oprah and Taraji P. Henson had 169,000 views. Oprah and Quinta Brunson, 177,000 views. Oprah and Viola Davis, The Woman King, 235,000 views. Own the Color Purple, 115,000 views. Put a Ring on It, 195,000 views. Queen Sugar, 510,000 viewers, and they had the audacity to cancel this show. Now, I will say, I'm not too upset about the show being canceled because I hated the direction of the show. I didn't like when they had Charlie's man try to hook up with her sister. Didn't like that, and then they fired him and got him off the show, and I love that actor, Sally Richardson's husband. I can't think of his name right now, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Queen Sugar documentary, 292,000 views. We already talked Ready to Love, 207,000 views. Ready to Love, Make a Move, 246,000 views. Rebuilding Black Wall Street, 120,000 views. Time of Essence, 43,000 views. And it says right now, Somebody's Son is the number one show on the whole network right now. Make it make sense, you guys. Make it make sense. And the thing is, Carlos King, he has his weekly recap shows that are supposed to be promoting the show. Previously he used to have the cast members from the show to help promote the show, like what he was doing with Bell Collective and Love and Marriage Huntsville. Perhaps maybe he should start doing that with Love and Marriage Detroit so people can know who actually is on the show. Because all these blogs are trying to post about it and it's not getting the viewership. The people don't care. The people don't care. I think even in his recap this past Monday, I kid you not, I think it was less than 10 minutes that he talked about the show. Like literally less than 10 minutes. If you blinked, you missed it. You missed him talking about Love and Marriage Detroit. And this is supposed to be his pride and joy. But then he gets mad if you call him out about always talking about Bravo and that he needs to focus on his own shows. Well, I would think so. I mean, you got these people waiting on year hiatuses, trying to figure out when the show's coming back. They're filming, right? They're always talking about they're filming, but they don't know when the show's coming back. It could be upwards of a year. And this is the second time Love and Marriage DC is on another extended hiatus. Make it make sense. When are these shows coming back, Carlos King? Now, if what is true of what is being alleged, I believe, this was Winter who said this, formerly of Love and Marriage DC, that she felt that these breaks were so that Carlos King could allegedly avoid paying these people what they deserve to be paid and impact negatively their contract negotiations. So doing these season splits is a way to be like, hey, you're still getting paid for the second season that aired a whole year ago. No. And see, you would think with Carlos King's experience as the king of reality TV and all those years he worked at Bravo, this type of foolishness would not be being done on the OWN network. And I see why Monique left. Monique was like, listen, I'm not even getting paid enough to be getting dragged and treated like this to even make this worth my while. But like this is awful, you guys. This is absolutely awful, but I just don't think people are interested in things Carlos King. I don't. They'll tune in to see his messy Mondays, but that's really, well, now it's called reality TV recaps, but I feel like more people at this point are more interested in what Dustin and what Claudia Jordan has to say, because Carlos King, he claims that this is his expert opinion, but a lot of times he lets people, do the talking for him. He's not giving his expert opinion. And then he does these interviews that drop on Tuesdays, that gets views. But, the thing where Carlos King wants to be the face of all these shows, and all of these shows are the ratings are just deplorable. The ratings are just lower than low. The ratings are just awful. And just, 79,000 is an embarrassment. It's better off when they just said that the episodes didn't even make the top 150, because you already know what time it is. You already know that the episodes are too low of a rating to even register. But to see 79,000, and then the last episode, the mid-season finale that aired in October of last year only had 86,000, people are not interested. They're not interested. Carlos King's brand of reality TV is not interesting anymore. The whole gang up on one person, these men that he likes to cast that get sassy with the women, that go back and forth with the women and all these things. No. And y'all trying to make these men who are problematic, who, have very disturbing views towards women, you're trying to make them look like they're the prize and they're the most sought after. You're trying to make people power couples who have nothing to them. Nothing to them that says power couple. You're willing to push phony storylines. You're willing to push phony nonsense. You're willing to push disgusting allegations against people with no receipts. If they're no longer sucking up to you, it is time to just be on the warpath and destroy this person's reputation and character, even if it's not even true. Have the entire cast tell them that if they want screen time, they need to go after the star of the show, and as a result, you'll hide whatever their real lives, their real tea that they don't want exposed out there. No. See, this was supposed to be when, the blackout, when, we were all trying to promote the blackout for Love and Marriage Huntsville. See, these were the numbers that, we were expecting for Love and Marriage Huntsville to get down to, right? But some of y'all were still like, hey, we're still gonna watch because Mel's on there, or we're still gonna tune in because Mel's on there. And we're like, no, like cold turkey, right? And so then some people were watching clips and things and all of that, and so we would see a dip, but then we would see it kind of come back. However, it's still not where it needs to be, and it is going to be interesting if in fact this show comes back, what those ratings are going to look like, because how is Love and Marriage Detroit going to sustain anything on OWN? But y'all got rid of all your scripted television shows. Now, unfortunately, Love is... There was nothing that wasn't OWN's fault. Somebody literally filed. Now, this is what's interesting. Somebody filed a lawsuit against Barack O'Keel's husband. and they made allegations. There was allegations there, but then also encompassed with that, I believe they were trying to say that the concept of Love was allegedly stolen or whatever. And that, unfortunately, was a good show. And I just wasn't understanding why we just couldn't remove the husband from the situation and continue on with the show. But nonetheless, it's kaput. And that's one of the better shows that I actually miss, even though it was low-key struggle of. But nonetheless, there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.